What the fuck is this? It's frying my brain. Somebody turn this shit off. Oh my, it's sucking me in. No, no. I found myself confusedly watching Harry Potter compilations from a Harry Potter playlist I stumbled upon with rock/indie rock music playing in the background. But as I was trying to figure out why this bad looking compilation had so many views, I started to pay more attention to the lyrics of the rock music playing in the background. Hold on. It's about being in Hogwarts. It's a rock song about Harry Potter. I had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and connected the dots. It's not the compilation people came for, it's the music. So I was like, this has to be some sort of parody or some comedic song. Nope, they were for real. As I scrolled down and did a little research, I found dozens of not just songs, but albums of this Harry Potter role-playing or playing pretend but as musician stuff. Well, this, apparently, is a whole subgenre called Wizard Rock. For those asking how I stumbled upon this, a late night and boredom can lead to unexplainable things. My brain wouldn't let me sleep unless I fed it answers. What or who started this type of music? What made it famous? What do the fans see in this? Did this die already? If not, how could I single-handedly kill this? Wait, when did I? The first documented Wizard Rock song. A rock band called Switchblade Kings released the first Wizard Rock song called Ode to Harry after the release of their EP Hey Punk Try Heroin in 1999. When exactly the single dropped I can't tell you for sure because there's no source, but it's somewhere between 1999 and 2001. The song would later get paired with the album they released 7 years later, so in 2006, The Weird Sisters. The song also has a music video and everything. That's the low quality music video playing in the background right now, FYI. The song and music video are about the lead singer singing from Ginny Weasley's point of view. She has a crush on Harry Potter, but Harry Potter doesn't even notice her existence until she shows her true self, her true colors. Despite this being the first released rock song about Harry Potter, it's not considered to be the first Wizard Rock song among Wizard Rock fans because it never really blew in the Harry Potter scene. Unlike the debut album Harry and the Potters by Harry and the Potters that got released 4 years after Ode to Harry, so in 2003. People do consider this to be the start of Wizard Rock, but what is this band about and what caused this debut album to get more eyes than Ode to Harry? Let's take a step back to 2002, a year before the album got released. Once upon a time in Boston in the year 2002, two brothers named Joe DeGeorge and Paul DeGeorge were sitting around, and then Paul came up with the idea. What if we created this Harry Potter themed band and every member plays as a Harry Potter character and we write about Harry Potter only? I forgot to state the obvious. They are Harry Potter fans. Paul came up with that idea because they like Harry Potter and making music. That's where the idea of blending those came from. He didn't just come up with it like it's a fucking cartoon episode. Alright. It was just an idea at the time, until one day the other brother, Joe, played the show with this band he played in at the moment, and somebody in the crowd screamed, "I love you, Harry Potter," because I guess he looks a little like Harry Potter, as you can see. I personally would say Robbie from Victorious, but what I say is not important. After that experience, he went back to his brother and said, "Remember that idea you came up with? Let's do it." Okay, this looked way cooler in my head, I'm sorry. The band consisted of only them two mainly, and they both played as Harry Potter, but from different eras. One night they had a family barbecue planned and booked some bands to play some music, but they had to cancel. So Joe and Paul wrote and recorded a few songs within a few hours in their backyard shed, called themselves Harry and the Potters, and performed at their family barbecue, falling in for the bands that canceled. And that's how Harry and the Potters formed, but it would be the next year where they went public and started building a fan base. Now it's 2003, the Harry Potter fandom was looking forward to the release of the 5th Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. With this new Harry Potter book coming out, Harry and the Potters got inspired to make some new music about Harry Potter and saw their opportunity to go public with their new band. So they put together a demo and dropped it off at some bookstores in Boston with a note asking if they could perform at their bookstore on the release date of this new book. And the bookstore said, "Fuck yeah, you can perform at any of our bookstores if you want to, it's like that in here." So Harry and the Potters wrote and recorded the album and named it after their band, Harry and the Potters. With 18 songs like I Am Wizard, a song about how Harry Potter found out he was a wizard, or Wizard Chess, a song about Harry Potter staying at Hogwarts this Christmas to play wizard chess with Ron. I'll play you a short part to give you an idea of what their music sounds like while I'll go take a piss.
I don't want to go home for Christmas this year. I don't want to see my family.
Eventually, the release day of this book would come and they would perform this album at a bookstore. This would be the first documented Wizard Rock album. People there loved their performance, so they kept performing at bookstores and libraries, also handing out CDs and promoting their next shows. Within the same year, 2003, they would have a small local fan base that will follow them on MySpace and attend some of their shows. At one point, they also recruited a drummer named Ernie Kim, because Joe and Paul are both guitar players and they needed a drummer. This part answered my first question: what started it? Two guys that were into Harry Potter and making rock music. But I also need to answer my other question: what made it famous? The next year is not when only a local fanbase would turn to a large fanbase, but also when other wizard rock bands started popping up. In 2004, Harry and the Potters released their second album called Voldemort Can Stop the Rock. Their small fanbase liked this 14-song album with songs like Weasel, a song about Ron, again. They toured the country with the release of this project and got more eyes, MySpace followers, and website visitors on their website that's still active than ever. Joe even recalls getting an unexpectedly large bill from their web post because they got a lot of MP3 downloads on their website. This tour would turn them from a locally known wizard rock band to a wizard rock band known across the entire country. Known by Harry Potter fans, to be clear, they were not Drake or Taylor Swift in their prime or nothing. But Harry and the Potters were the only wizard rock band at that moment. Saying that they were the Drake or Taylor Swift of this subgenre would be an understatement. They quite literally were wizard rock, and if there were musicians playing at a Harry Potter fan event, Harry and the Potters would probably be one of them. That same tour, two concert attenders named Brittany Valber, Christina Horner got inspired to make their own wizard rock music after seeing Harry and the Potters perform. But they decided to go hardcore fanfiction mode by creating their own custom characters like his Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 instead of using already existing characters like Harry and the Potters did. They named their band the Parselmouths. A Parselmouth is a person that can talk to snakes, in Harry Potter of course, and would also become one of the bigger wizard rock bands later on. Just like the wizard rock band Draco and the Malfoys. Who are they? Two half-brothers named Bradley Mellenbecker, Brian Ross, found Harry and the Potters on MySpace and asked their friend named Matt Giacomo, who was hosting a house party in the near future, to hit them up and have them perform at the party. Harry and the Potters agreed to perform. A few months later, Matt Giacomo would host another party and Harry and the Potters would perform again. But this time, they weren't the only wizard rock bands at the party. The two brothers that found Harry and the Potters on MySpace thought it would be funny if they also made rock music about Harry Potter, but instead of writing from Harry Potter's point of view, they would write from Draco's point of view. If you don't know who Draco is the Harry Potter character that looks like Eminem when he had bleached hair. Naming themselves Draco and the Malfoys. The party host, Matt Giacomo, would also become a wizard rock band, calling himself the Whomping Willow, which is a tree in Harry Potter. Harry and the Potters liked the performance of Draco and the Malfoys. They befriended them and asked them to be an opener on their homecoming show in 2005. And they would play together more often after that. And that's how a joke turned into two other wizard rock bands. Now it's 2005. So back to my question. What made it famous? Short answer: a niche band that blends interests of music and Harry Potter, going out to perform at bookstores and libraries across the country which are the Pokemon centers for Harry Potter fans. Bringing this event element to the Harry Potter fan base, this would garner them fans, and more bands would start doing the same, only making things bigger. You can tell what kind of subgenre this is and why Switchblade Kids don't get brought up in wizard rock conversations. If anybody has those, that is. This is more of a tight community that revolves around real meetups at bookstores and libraries. Bands having their own themes. By that I mean the bands playing certain characters from the series. Discovering the local bands on MySpace as a fan. And getting each other into making music like I talked about previously. Switchblade Kids had none of that, and no Harry Potter related themes outside of that one song, Ode to Harry. When wizard rock was on the rise, I mean. They later would hop on the trend when it became one. Wizard rock was growing at a pretty fast pace in the Harry Potter community. And this also answers my third question. What do fans see in it? All these things I just mentioned. And wizard rock would only grow in the upcoming years and occur at events like LeakyCon, Comic-Con, every Harry Potter con. I don't know, I don't go to these events, I'm too cool. I'll name some other wizard rock bands I saw on Spotify so you can go check them out for fun, I guess. If you want to. Ministry of Magic! They started in 2007. They are like the NSYNC boys. But if the NSYNC boys failed very hard and pulled their pants all the way down every time they peed. The Moaning Myrtles. They started in 2005, which makes them one of the first wizard rock bands. Google says that they will retire in 2918. They have an album where 6 out of the 10 songs are about being in their restroom. The Blibbering Humdingers. They started in 2007. It sounds like they have fun making these songs, but for some reason my arm does this thing where it like repeats the same movement every time some of their songs start playing. I'm not sure why, I don't have Tourette's. Enough naming Wizard Rock bands. 2007. Where was I? Wizard Rock was growing at a pretty fast pace in the Harry Potter community. But everything must come to an end. July 21st, 2007, the day Harry Potter would drop his last book, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Harry and the Potters held a free concert at Harvard Square on the book's release day, with Draco and the Malfoys and the Hungarian Horntails, which is also a Wizard Rock band. They did this to celebrate the release of the new Harry Potter book, but also celebrate the entire series, since this book would be the last of the Harry Potter series. The same year, Jingle Spells and Wizard Rock EP of the Month Club got released, which is a compilation or a playlist with a bunch of different Wizard Rock songs by a bunch of different Wizard Rock bands. Like those pop hit CDs. Or like Kids Bop. Yeah, it's more like Kids Bop. Because it's fucking annoying. I'm sorry. I'm usually not this hateful. Everybody did their usual thing. Talking about Harry Potter, dressing up as Harry Potter. The movies are still a thing. Wizard Rock bands still perform. But then the world would enter the 2010s. 2012. At this point in time, the last Harry Potter book got released 5 years ago. The last Harry Potter movie got released a year ago. Harry Potter fans don't have anything to look forward to anymore. No more new books, so no more Wizard Rock bookstore release performances. No more new movies. There's no more hype surrounding Harry Potter. The casual Harry Potter fans hopped off as soon as they walked out of the cinema after watching that last Harry Potter movie. The only fans left were the hardcore Harry Potter fans left on social media. But these fan websites and fan blogs they would visit to keep themselves up to date on Harry Potter news started disappearing or stopped posting completely. Because, you know, the ride is pretty much over, there's no more new news to cover. And the decay of MySpace wasn't helping either, since this was the main source of fan interaction for Wizard Rock bands, artists, and event planners. Just like everybody in the world, the Harry Potter fans started switching to social medias like Instagram and Facebook. It's Mark Zuckerberg. He killed Wizard Rock! And obviously, not only the fans, but also the artists started getting older. They had better things to do. They started showering. Drake was popping off around this time. We want to see Drake, not people that sing about Harry Potter. Also, nobody was really making big bucks off of this. This was nobody's full-time job. This was mostly for the sake of having fun. With the declining event attenders, any last bit of interest in Wizard Rock started fading too. The whole hype and the reason it got famous was for the real-life performances at events and bookstores, which don't really happen anymore, and if they do, nobody really attends. On top of that, it naturally got old. It's mostly generic low-quality rock songs recorded in bedrooms with Harry Potter lyrics. We are almost in the mid-2010s. We are entering our 20s and mid-20s. We want to hear Iggy Azalea rap. Though there are still some Wizard Rock bands and events out there, they are mostly in Facebook communities and closed-off groups. And maybe some of the bigger Wizard Rock bands like Harry and the Potters still have some listeners out there that would attend some of their shows. But Wizard Rock will forever be a fraction of what it once was. And that also answers my last question. Did this die already? Yes, it did.
Yes.
And sure, I might be hating a little, but the people in the dedicated fanbase had or still have a lot of fun doing this and made a lot of friends through this, and that's what really matters, not what I think. So as a gesture of mutual respect, I will stop hating and end this with my own Wizard Rock song. Harry Potter, you might have a good friend named Ron, but I got something a whole lot better. A better friend, also named Ron. I'm of course talking about
Ron Swanson is my friend. I printed him out, isn't he the best? I look at him when I'm depressed. Also accidentally print him out in white and black. My friend Ron on a piece of paper.